On June 18th, 2023, Demon Slayer concluded its anime adaptation of the Swordsmith Village arc, and generally speaking, fans still hold the Demon Slayer anime in high regard. But there has been some contention in the anime community regarding the quality of the Demon Slayer anime and how this past season has allegedly paled in comparison to the previous. So the question I want to dive into today is, was the third season of Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba underwhelming? And the answer is kind of, sort of. So for me personally, I would say that I enjoy the previous arc a lot more than the Swordsmith Village arc. A majority of that is Tengen. I'm gonna be real, like that's my guy, you know, big hitter, big homie Tengen. You know what I'm saying? He's got the swag, he's got the muscles, he's got the women, like he's all that. He's him. You know what I'm saying? He's really him. But honestly, if we're going by the manga, it is generally acknowledged that the Swordsmith Village arc is the worst arc in Demon Slayer, but there's, you know, still some good stuff in there. I can't speak for anybody else, but I am going to try to attempt to break down some reasons why that is. One of the big components is the lack of characters that we have known previously. Zenitsu and Inosuke are gone from this arc. Like, they are nowhere to be found, which, considering we've had them since season 1 and they're pretty well-received characters along the protagonist, that hurts, man. It's kind of kicking the balls. Yes, Demon Slayer is Tanjiro's story, and especially the Hashiras, and each arc we get a lot of stuff from them, but Inosuke and Zenitsu have great dynamics with Tanjiro and everyone around them, so when we are robbed of them, it sucks really bad. Never mind the fact that they are on completely different missions, but the fact that we have no idea where they are or what they're doing, it really sucks as well. Like, the anime could have injected some scenes of Inosuke and Zenitsu on different missions or training or something else, but they just didn't. They had just a little gag at the end of one of the episodes, but that was it. This is a very huge missed opportunity in my opinion. A major thing that I feel like a lot of people didn't vibe with personally were actually the Hashiras themselves. While yes, Tokito is extremely skilled and he had some of that sweatshop budget, you know, thrown into his fight occasionally, he's just so damn boring. He's dry, rude, and extremely bland. Compare him to the bombastic personalities of Rengoku, of Uzui, or Sanemi, and yeah, you can see why a lot of people don't like him. I understand that his backstory is tragic and everything, but even when he does get his memory back, he's just nice. Like, he doesn't really have any distinguishing features after that. He's just regular. Like, you can have a quiet, reserved person be really low key and still have them be cool. And we have a perfect example of that in this very same series with Giyu. Giyu has a very similar personality to Tokito, and I'm not saying that every Hashira needs to be loud and obnoxious and everything like that. No, but Giyu's still very cool. He still has a backstory that people vibe with, and he's still just really cool to see on screen. Whenever Tokito's on screen, I'm just kind of, I don't know, annoyed, I guess. I don't know. And Kanroji is cool as well, don't get me wrong, but her backstory isn't tragic or anything. It's just a lot more personal, and that's fine. It's just odd because she herself doesn't even develop from what we've seen. Like, she doesn't like find more of her like inner strength, and she doesn't really like move as a character. She's just kind of there. And that happens with most of the Hashiras, except, you know, Sanemi and Giyu. They're really the two exceptions. And it's really for a reason if you read the end of the manga, you know what I mean? Like, when she got the mark along with Tokito, as I'm reading the manga, I was just kind of like, bro, what the fuck are we actually doing over here? It really felt like the marks were handed out to these two and they came straight out of the author's ass. Like, I'm not saying they were undeserved, but we literally have seen Tanjiro crawl and struggle to become as strong as he is. Like, this motherfucker literally went Super Saiyan at the end of the Entertainment District arc, and these two just did it without even trying that hard. And yes, I'm being dramatic, by the way. I know they were quote unquote near death, but it really didn't feel like it, I'm gonna be real. Never mind the fact that Kanroji didn't even finish her fight with the emotion demon, as it just kind of evaporated. But bro, this nigga Gyoko is fucking ass. Bro, he started out cool with the whole pot teleportation thing, and the monsters he was throwing out was legit for a little bit. But as soon as he popped that resurrection, his whole kit got whack as fuck. Bruh, anything you touch turns into fish? Huh? Son, what the fuck kind of ability is this? This fosters hope for imaginary friends ass ability. This Dragon Tales ass power up. Goddamn fanboy and Chum Chum ass power up. Bro, get this shit out my fucking screen. And son, he got fucking one tap by Muichiro as soon as he got serious. Bro, what? Muichiro quite literally got the friends and family power up. This fight is actually some horse shit. Sorry, I lost some of my voice and I'm actually a little sick currently, so I apologize if I sound off, my bad. Yo, you just compare these fights to Tengen versus Gyutaro or Tanjiro using Hinokami for the first time, does not even compare, son. Bro, niggas were literally passing out like they caught the Holy Ghost watching Tengen prove why he's the GOAT. Like, y'all remember that meme of people fainting at the end of Infinity War and they had that a picture of somebody on a stretcher getting pulled out of the theater? Like, bro, I was literally screaming along with them niggas during that fight. Like, that shit was a hype, son. The Hashiras in this arc didn't really have that cool factor that Tengen had, man. Like, yeah, the Nezuko reveal at the end of the arc was touching, and it did feel a bit contrived, though. Like, this one demon can survive the sun, and they don't really ever explain why. Like, yeah, there's theories that Nezuko had never had human blood, so she was able to beat it, but nothing was ever stated. Oh yeah, by the way, we still have no idea who this doctor is that Muzan let treat him for, you know, his sickness and all that all those years ago. Yeah, there's so much untapped lore that the Demon Slayer author could have gone into, but they just didn't. I'm not mad at it either. I get it. I understand. But, you know, you coulda, woulda, shoulda. There's just, you know, some things I would like to see. But yeah, I mean, these are just some of the reasons why I feel like the Swordsmith Village arc was underwhelming. It wasn't bad by any means. I mean, obviously, the animation was still great. The choreography was still pretty good. I did think there were a couple weird direction moments, like Tanjiro's fight against like one of like the bird forms of the emotion demon. It just felt really like stalled out. Like he had the same thought process going for about 5 to 6 minutes. Like it really felt like old school shonen, like Naruto, Bleach, like back in the day, where they're just kind of like doing the same thing for a second. It was really weird. But overall, I don't think the arc was bad by any means. I don't think a lot of people do either, regardless of what some kids on Twitter will say and how, you know, Ufotable didn't adapt this exact frame right. No, this arc is still good. They just still did a phenomenal job. Also, really random thing as well. I'm kind of going on a tangent, but Demon Slayer has really good sound design, especially for the flames and stuff. Whenever Hinokami is bust out, it sounds great. But yeah, just let me know down in the comments what you guys think, man. Do you guys think that the Demon Slayer Swordsmith Village arc was underwhelming? Do you guys feel like it was overrated? I'm curious to see what your thoughts are. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for joining me on this video. Make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe, and yeah, I will see you in the next video. Peace.